morning, everyone. It is Dana Sacco, your eye-to-eye system and automation specialist, and I am excited today. This one's a little bit different, and we're going to go at this messy. We're going to do this like the Ms. Frizzle way, with you can make mistakes, you can do whatever. This one's just a little bit different here. If you're here, give me a thumbs up, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Melon doesn't have this weird thing where you can like give authorization for your name, so tell me who you are, and I can say hi to you. But SUITEDASH it's so popular right now, guys, because what happened is that they threw out that lifetime deal and at the pinnacle level. So a lot of people bought it. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. It is a beast. Hey, Stephanie, it is good to see you. I got my jelly beans going, and I got other breakfast foods that apparently Tanisha says is not breakfast. We're going to have a talk with her about this. And so here's the thing. Guys, if you are intimidated by SUITEDASH, I'm going to say this right off the bat. There's nothing, absolutely no reason to be ashamed of that. Why? Because I don't know what's wrong with that. That sounds perfectly fine to me. But I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And SUITEDASH gets intimidating for me because it's not as intuitive as some of the other systems that we talk about, that we see, that we look at, that, you know, are out there in our realm, right? They're not in our sphere. They're not with our people. You don't see, if you go to all these groups with VAs, bookkeepers, anything like that, you're not hearing SUITEDASH as much. You have it thrown in there on occasion, but then people are spending their 99 bucks and like freaking out because they have no idea what they're doing. And I get that. So we're actually going to start a little bit of how does Dana's brain work? And that's the scariest thing, I think, for like a lot of people, because they're like, Dana, I have no idea how your brain works. And that's okay. So we're actually going to start with my favorite tool in the entire world. I love drawing pictures. I think everyone should love drawing pictures. And we're never too old to do that. So let me go ahead and share. This is Lucid Chart, guys. It is free. Get the dang thing, because it can take your idea and you can just throw it out on paper. You can rearrange everything. You can add notes. Yeah, we do have the same brain, guys. If you've ever dealt with me, you've dealt with Stephanie, and yeah, we have a thing going back and forth. You should see our messages. It's actually kind of weird. So in this one, what I found would be kind of cool to do, because last time we discussed a VIP day, I said in Honeybook, I want to have that connection. I want to talk to the people. So we're going to actually take this one and go from the next step. So we're going to say, okay, I've already talked to them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them, and guys, I'm buying a new mouse because this one's really ticking me off, but it has a mind of its own and it ends up on various screens. But on this one, we're going to start with sending the calendar link. I want to send the calendar link in this one. Why? Because I want them to book the day, and then I want them to pay, and then I want them to do their information. One of the coolest things I think is there for SUITEDASH is honestly the portal that's built in. Why? Because you can send file requests to people. You can send questionnaires to people, and it's going to, it's just going to be a little bit of a help. And you can do a couple different things here. So send calendar link. From there, what I want it to do is I'm going to have it auto-generate. Oops, can't spell. I'm going to have it auto-generate the invoice so that it automatically sends it to people, right? And I'm still playing with how I want this done. You can do it a couple different ways, and I'll show you those in just a second. Then what I want it to do is, after they have paid the invoice, you can see here it is not moving my dang thing. I want it, I want them to sign a contract. I could actually do this around here. I can do, you can see, I can change the direction of these things, but this is how I want it to be done. There's terms and services on it. This is just how I'm going to do it because they're booking the call. They're actually, you know, they pretty much know what it is. Sign the contract. Then we're going to add to portal. And that's going to be a VIP day portal. We're going to actually have it as a name. Then after that, we're going to send questionnaire. And no, we are not going into all of this today because gosh knows none of us have that much time. And honestly, like I said, it gets messy. And I get it. That's why I'm in Lucidchart planning out kind of what I want to do. And then what I want it to do is also, you know, then in here, inside the portal, I'm actually wanting it to send kickoff call link. All right. This is send questionnaire and files, send kickoff call. And then there might be something after that. Don't know. But like we did with the Honeybook one, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do offboarding. Mine again has 30 days. Email sequence. And then I might actually add like a marketing email sequence for that they get added to right here. It's going to see how it actually happens. And then, you know, it depends on what you're offering them at the moment. You can actually send in here a secondary, hey, do you want to do another half day or do you want another full day? However you want to do that, you can do it. And you can go ahead and add it there. And you know, you can play around with it. And then what you want to do is remove them. I swear this thing is going to drive me nuts. Add to another portal. Add to closed client portal. And marketing list. And that's it. You know, it's kind of there. That's kind of my thought process that I want to go through. The only thing that I might change, and see how I like this. I like this. We're going to move this over here to sign contract. This. And then we're going to draw pretty arrows there, to there, to there. Now you can see that I do everything in squares. When I send these to clients, if I need something, just to kind of let you all know here, I fill it in. I need that. I don't need that, but I need this. And I'll do a little thing that says I need all this stuff in yellow. And especially, you know, I do not do copy. I do not do copy. I do not do copy. So kind of explains it to you, but I do not do copy. And, you know, so I need these type of things. Usually in my onboarding, I have this information. I have these products, you know, I'll get the contracts, but I'll just highlight stuff. And it's also kind of to let me know, okay, so now I have the contract. So now it's green. So we're good to go there. I have this. So it's green. Oh, well, wrong green. But you know, you get the idea. I just change colors as I go when I'm building something. And that's just me going through things and how I like to take a look at it. So now let's look at SUITEDASH. I know this is one of these big things. Okay, you guys don't there we go. We can see a little bit better there. Missing the screen. So what we need to do, let me go ahead and pop this out. This is the dashboard. This is your main thing here. First step, remember, we need a calendar link. So right in here, calendar, appointment types. And if it goes slow, guys, it is not me. There has been a big issue, and this is one of the complaints I've seen across the board, especially for my bookkeepers, where the week before taxes, everything like was super slow. I don't know why. So we're going to do a full VIP day, system setup day, and you can do whatever. Button text, schedule now. You can do whatever you want on that. This one's going to be me. And again, it's going to be me. This is just basic information on it, right? Add. All right. Options. Manage availability. So I don't do calls. I don't do these things on Monday. I don't do them on Tuesday. We'll do them on Wednesday. We'll have to make this. Let's see. It's 8 to 4. Yeah. We'll do them on Thursday, 8 to 4. That's the only day that I have for this one. All right. So I only do it on Thursdays. Make sure you go through and you do that. Let's go ahead and, all right, this is where it gets a little bit of fun. So now we have this. Now we have appointment automations. What do you want to happen once this appointment type is booked? Now, just to let you know, if it is, you can have different things here. When it is booked, that's what we're going to start with. Why? Because that's what we have over here. So configure actions. Guys, there's a huge list here. Look at this. All right. Whoa, lots of things here. So if you have a document template, we're going to generate a document. Now you can also do what is called a project generator, and you can actually preset this up for every single thing so that it's automatically done. Have I done that? No. But you can also do a dynamic proposal generator. You can do apply folder. You know, you can do all of these wonderful things once they do that. Now, what we want to do is we're going to start by generating a document. We're going to have, let's see, we're going to call it this one. And look at this. This is what's kind of neat because we're actually going to name it their name. So we're going to call this, client first. Where's my dash? There we go. Name, VIP day, and then you can do it, you know, however you want to do it. Current year, current month. There are a couple placeholders that are allowed, and it does have a list right underneath here, so utilize them, right? Now we're going to do, I told you guys. So it's going to do that. Now I'm going to have it do an on-demand invoice generator. Now, guys, I did set this up already. Okay. Make a selection, VIP day deposit. Now, I made it as a deposit. All right. Because you can do other automations within here, and then you're good. So this is going to generate the document, and it's going to also automatically send in the invoice. From there, again, remember, we have them, we're adding them to a portal, so we're adding them to a specific circle. I do not have that circle set up, but that's what you're going to do. Add to circle. Look, it's easy to go ahead and do that. You can create a template based on this so that you can go ahead and send these and go ahead and create multiple options. Because say you have it as like a half day, or you have a full day, or I had one client, they booked a week. They had people, they would just book the week, and so they would need to see the entire week, and everything would need to be open, and they would just book the week, the client, for that particular week. But we're going to go ahead and save that, and then that's set up, right? So now it's going to do that when automatically done. It's automatically going to do that. Now, what happens if a client reschedules? You can go ahead again and change that. You can go ahead and if they are canceled, this is one of the things I liked in here. All right. Now you can do it where once they get added into a circle, however many days the invoice is due, there's different ways you can trigger the invoice. It's pretty cool in there. But again, a lot of this is very, very overwhelming, because it is honestly so stressful, right? Because none of this you can see. I can go from here to here to here to here, but it's jumping back and forth, which is why you need to have everything set up first. So what I suggest everyone does, you go in, add your contracts in, create your invoices, add your portals, add your questionnaires, add your other call list, add your email sequence, and add your marketing list. You're going to want to do all of this stuff in creating it before you do that, before you actually save all this stuff and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and save that just to start, right? Right now it's in active. Let's go ahead and set active. Yes, I want to do that. Come here. Thank you. You can change your availability in here. The one thing that I noticed, here we go. So you need to change your availability. This is what I was looking for. This is how long is it? So how long is it? Yes, I'm doing math. It is 8 hours. So that's 480 minutes. There is no padding between it because I do not want, well, padding between these appointments can be 1 day. You can actually, you can have it however you want to. 1 day is fine because it's long. Starting time intervals, they're 5 minutes. Prep time, this is where you need to set it up because you don't want to do it right away. So at least 7 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes. So the soonest available is a week out. Personally, I would like to have that longer. And this is how many days they can book in advance. So you can change that to 30. I would like this thing to be longer. Let's go ahead and save that. I doubt that it's even going to show me as being there. Let's see if I can see the link preview. Yeah, you can see I'm totally not available. Well, Thursday, the 26th of May, Thursday, May 12th. So say someone wants to do that. Yeah, so it's got some of that in there. Remember, one of the things with SUITEDASH at this exact moment in time, and they are not set up for two-way availability in with Google Calendar, and that is a very major drawback for me. All right, it is a major drawback. Why? Because it's going to show that I'm available when I'm not. Because if you actually looked at my calendar, there is no way I'm available every Thursday, right? However, my calendar, you know, this is where you might want to do it in person on the call, because you can kind of see your calendar. You can bring up your calendar on another page, and you can look at, you know, we'll look at May 5th, and I can tell you, you know, everything about it. Add an appointment. This is duration, and it comes up here. We're going to say May 5th, contact. I'll have it with myself. And it can send reminders as well. So once that is done though, once that appointment is set up, it is also going to do it where I really should tell my husband to stop doing that right outside my door. But it's going to start that process as well. Hold on, I actually am. I actually just texted him to move away from my door. But this is also going to kick off that workflow that we already started and that we already set up for that type of appointment. So that's what I'm saying right now, until they fix it, until they get that two-way verification going, it's very, very hard for me to utilize the calendar function in here, because if I look at my personal calendar, and I am jumping over to mine, there's no way that I'm available on the 5th, because I have an event going on at 10 o'clock in the morning on the 5th. And just to let you know, that's how to set up a VIP day in DUBSADO, which is again here. So as you can see, the calendar is not right. The calendar is not going to be right until it has that thing. But it has the ability to go ahead and kick off these projects. And going ahead and setting these things up is almost priceless, right? Because if it can go ahead and I can just eventually, this is the goal. Eventually, you will be able to put these calendars, eventually you'll be able to put this calendar link into, why it doesn't want to give me the link, I don't know. But you'll be able to put that calendar link into your website, just embed it and let people go. And that's for people who, like I said, I like to actually talk to people, because not everyone understands the benefit of a VIP day, and not everyone understands the process and why it costs X number of dollars. My VIP days, you know, they cost usually $500 more than my other service. Why? Because honestly, it's a full day and it is more than exhausting, which is why I do them on Thursdays, because on Friday I don't do anything. That is, you know, I'll play around on the computer, but it won't be big. But what you want to do is go through here, set up your calendar link, set up your contract. I think that one's in files here. No, files are all those things. Sorry, my issue here. I think it's in my office. Well, you want to set up your invoices. This is your generator on demand. And this is how I did it. Okay, so I put it on here as the client first name, VIP day deposit. I did it as a deposit because what I want to do is later on, I want to go ahead and set it up where they get the other half. So, you know, if I did one here, it's going to change it. I did 0.5 because it's 50%. I generated as open. terms and conditions, you can copy and paste for terms of conditions and allow partial payment, allow, what I would personally, there's different ways that you could do this. If you want to do partial payment, you can do it like that and allow partial payment. And then what you can do is configure actions once the invoice is paid. So, you might want to go back over here and do auto generate invoice. And this only happens when it's paid. So you might want to add some text over here. Yeah, I know. I like this stuff. After invoice paid. And you can change the text and everything else. Then they get added to the portal, and that means that anytime anyone pays this type of an invoice, they're going to be added to whatever portal or circle. We'll rename this circle because that's what they are called, which is their portal. Then you want to make sure that you have those set up. Then you want to go ahead and change your forms, create a form, basic data collection. If you want to piece together everything, you can create another kickoff form. But a general form, you could do that here. And you can actually, add to certain audiences. If I had it, I don't know if I had that set up, but I went into that with the thing before, and you can go ahead and create it. And then that can be added to the specific portal for them to fill out. Some of the things that I do like about this, okay? Form block, we'll do, however you want to do it. You can do file uploads. So in my system right now, I use something called Content Snare. There's no reason why you cannot create almost the identical type of system inside of SUITEDASH, which is actually, again, there's just so much here, but it's not intuitive. So like when I do Content Snare, it's like boom, 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 done. This is like building like from a list, and not all of us are like that, which is why going back to Lucid Chart, you can go ahead and you can look at that and you can take a look and see how it's working. And okay, I've done this, I need to do this. I've done this, I need to do this. You can do that with your questions as well, and maybe even break it off into different parts. Such as with Content Snare, I have mine ask for a bunch of company information and even personal information right off the bat. So then what I do is the next section is, okay, the next section is branding. So you can actually have a branding questionnaire. Then the next question is, what are your emails? What are your project types? You can blend a couple of them together, but as you can see, this can totally be done in there. In branding, I give people the option to go ahead and upload their documents. Upload your stuff to me. Send me my bookkeepers out there. You're there, right? Wouldn't it be nice if you could automate, so they go ahead and set everything up, automate having them send you their documents every month. But again, set it up in a VIP day. That's your questionnaire, and that's your, please give me all your crap before we get started. And that way you can have due dates on these things and reminders set up. Hey, you haven't done this. Hey, you haven't done this. And by having that for mine, by this day, which is within 7 days of the actual call, because we actually have the pre-call where we kind of design it. My questionnaire will kind of give me a walkthrough of it. This is usually right beforehand. Sometimes we'll do it a little bit earlier so that I can make sure that we have all the pieces and parts and that I don't need to ask anything else. We send the kickoff call link. Then the offboarding email sequence is when we are done with the project. And that is when you turn it, you could even create a portal or a circle that is for completed final 30 days. Then they're added to, you know, whatever sequence you have in there, and maybe you have questionnaires in there. And then within there, you can have questionnaires so that they can fill it out. Hey, I've got a question, and you can set it up. For me personally, I provide video content. So guys, within SUITEDASH, they have the learning management system, and you can set up an entire course just for your client and add it to them. And when the new content gets added, it should automatically go ahead and update it. So as I said at the very beginning of this, SUITEDASH is scary. It's a beast. I discussed it with them. You know, it is not intuitive. I've talked to them about this. I have let them know that this is not the most intuitive thing, but it is very powerful. So I kind of get it. I get how, in order to have so much power, there are certain sacrifices. So as someone who has been doing this type of work for 30 years, do not feel bad if you are intimidated by this. It is not easy. It's not, map it out. And if you need help, guys, let me know. But the main thing you want to do here is break it down into your pieces for SUITEDASH. With SUITEDASH on here, you know, we went ahead and had it. We're leaving that because I don't want to do that. We have it where this automatically triggers once they book that call. They auto apply the invoice. They generate certain documents, which is going to be the contract. Then, you know, configure actions. The canceled one, honestly, guys, if they cancel, I just have them sign something that says, I understand that it's not refund. You know, by canceling, you understand that this is not refundable, or that it is only, but you're only able to reschedule it for a certain number of days. So you can do that too. You know, okay, thank you so much. Send them an email. You know, with the configure actions, if they reschedule one, send an email. You know, send the email to a target. We'll make it me, subject, and it would send an email to him that says, just to let you know, thank you so much. You know, this is your, just to let you know that you're allowed to reschedule one time without penalty. If you need to reschedule that beyond that, please call me or send me a message, versus just clicking reschedule, because it is different the second time that they decide to reschedule. And what I might do is actually create like a secondary one that says, you could do this in here, and this might be an option for a lot of people, is set up another appointment type of rescheduled appointments, which would trigger a totally different thing, because after the second one, I charge $750 if they reschedule for the second time. So it's kind of one of those things to go ahead and check out and see if we can build it in. But you can see you can go very in depth here, and it just depends on how much you want to do and how much you want to give with it. So, but technically you can embed this into your system, and ta-da, they can book, they can pay, they can sign the contract, they can be added to this entire workflow straight from that calendar link. And the only time you would send that calendar link is after your discovery call, and decide that a VIP date is good for them, or embedded into, you know, right now, like I said, if you, since Google Calendar is not two-way with them, I would do it on the phone. I would actually book them on the phone, and once you book them on the phone, you're set and you're ready to go. So if you guys have any questions on this, I know this is like so jumpy. This is like very intense type of work. This is not something that we just throw together. you see me kind of piecing it together. I told you at the very beginning this is going to be messy because I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted to do it. So honestly, I designed this as we were going and created just a couple pieces right before this. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll try to do some mini videos about it, and we can go from there. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you guys so much for showing up, and I will talk to you soon.